What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the 3 Inches Pod. I'm Landon. That's Rico. Emma's not here.
And that's Emma.
We're really sad about it.
We're all really sad.
We miss Emma a lot already.
No, this goes out to Emma not being here. This is how I feel about her not being here. Loser.
Emma, I don't think you're a loser. You got to see Clara and Boy Genius on the same night, and I'm actually really jealous. So
there's no boys in Boy Genius. What is this?
I mean,
who are they?
There's some dudes.
Are they? Is it like a super group? Like, what is it?
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
Definitely a super group, for sure.
Okay. What kind of music do they make?
Sad music.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like sad lesbian music.
But they're really cool. Yeah, pretty much. That actually sums it up really well.
Sad lesbian music.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now,
so since that's what they make, am I allowed to enjoy that music? Or
I was just gonna bring it up. Like,
is that appropriation?
Man, like, honestly, I think out of all of us, like, you know, the whole friend group or whatever, you're one of the most lesbian coded people I think I know.
Can care to elaborate there?
Well, you like women.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I
didn't think about that.
I do know probably a lot of lesbians would like to grow a mustache or, like, you know, have prominent facial hair like that.
Probably, honestly.
I
have patchwork tattoos.
You have patchwork tattoos. You wear oversized shirts with short shorts.
Uh-huh.
You listen to Boy Genius.
Right.
And you drive a Ford Ranger. Am I correct in saying that?
That is right. Yeah.
Yeah, you are extremely lesbian coded.
Am I gay?
No. You like women, right?
Yeah. I love women.
I think that's why you work so well in a friend group that literally consists of all homosexuals. Because you are so
gays.
lesbian.
Lots of them. Lots of gays. Lots of homosexuals.
We're here for the gays.
I love them all, though.
Folks, we're here for the gays, okay? I'm also working in the, you know how he does that hand?
The in and out, kind of like a wings. Like he's got wings. He's trying to flap away.
He does it when he's like trying to when he's trying to prove a point. He's just like,
right, yeah.
I'm a big fan of the gays, okay? We love them.
Big fan. You see my hands where they are? That's how big I love them. But then I bring them in here. That's also how much I love them.
I also enjoy the Phoebe Bridgers.
All inclusive. I enjoy everyone as long as they vote for me. I don't care.
75. I'm the sitting president with the most votes, folks. 75 million Americans. Most ever votes for a sitting president. Have you ever seen Boy Genius in concert?
No, dude. I haven't. I haven't seen Phoebe in concert either.
Okay, that was another question I had. So it's like a super group, right? Because she's like her own artist, right?
They're all their own artists, but they form this little group.
Wow, that's like the three of us coming together to make this podcast.
Honestly, we're like the Boy Genius of podcasts. I think now that you mention it, that makes total sense.
Like, we're almost on the same level as Fear Ann, you know, just a bunch of superstars coming together.
Absolutely.
And making a podcast that clearly hundreds of people a week love to listen to.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
And
I see we're almost two alike in that sense, you know?
Yeah, maybe they want to interview us.
I think so. They're probably going to start a podcast and then want to interview us for their podcast rather than, you know, vice versa. I'm here for it.
Yeah. Well, okay, so we all have to move to LA then,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess I'd have to get back into streaming.
I guess so, man.
I probably will.
I'm already taking that step. Regular streamer
Yeah.
here. Quote
When
unquote.
yeah, okay.
You
Well,
can do it.
I'm gonna stream Diablo. Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
believe in
stream
you.
Diablo.
And then that other game that you mentioned on your Twitter. I can't remember what it was, but you tweeted about something and that you had to stream it.
The House of the Dead remake. Oh my god. They made it actually, dude. It might be multiplayer. They made it for Switch.
I've never heard of
And
House of the Dead.
wait, what?
I've never heard of it.
It's an arcade game, okay?
That sounds fun already.
It back in the late 90s, yeah. It was like, an arcade game. They made three ones that I remember, and I guess there was a bunch like no, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 4 is the last I remember seeing.
Uh-huh.
And then when the Wii was like the prominent Nintendo console, they brought games 2 and 3 to the Wii, and it was really cool because you could aim the gun. It's
Uh-huh.
a rail shooter, by the way, so you're not moving
Okay.
anything. You're just shooting a gun. And it's like one of my all-time favorite games, and I think it has probably the worst voice acting I've ever heard. Let me Can I send you a link and can we listen to this on
Sure.
Okay. Cuz you're not gonna hear it if I play it, right?
No.
Okay. So I need you to hear this voice acting.
Okay.
I think I read, so obviously this is a Japanese company that made these. It was Sega.
Right.
And the voice actors, none of them spoke any English. So they don't know the words they're actually saying while they're doing this voice acting.
Okay.
So yeah, they're speaking with the completely wrong intonation. Let me know when you play it.
So I'm setting it up. I'll
Oh, yeah.
share it. I'll share it with you,
Okay.
and so you can react with as
yeah.
I'm playing it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So just like listen to this.
Okay, here it is.
I've been waiting for you, friends.
Goldman, do you know what you're doing?
But like, see how their intonation.
I'm fully aware of what I'm
really
doing.
off?
Can't you see? Man committed a sin, disturbing the life cycle of nature. The original sin that man is responsible to.
It's
To protect the life cycle.
The life.
I have made a creature to rule over mankind.
The line ending with the word and then beginning the next line with that word that it ended with.
This is the final battle.
Was this made by AI?
Show
dude?
yourself.
This
Our
sounds
new
so
ruler,
bad.
the Emperor.
It might as well be, yeah. But like, so that's the quality of voice acting in those video games.
Wow. That's actually wild.
So I think honestly it might be fun if we played that together. If you're ever down.
I'd be down.
It's like $3 on Switch right now, so it's not even that expensive. Or no, maybe $8.
Really?
It's like, yeah, it's
wow.
cheap.
Okay, that entices me even more, dude. If I'm being honest with you, it's cheap. Your boy's trying to save for TwitchCon.
Oh yeah, you're going to that. Well, when is it?
October 20th through the 22nd, but I'll be there the 19th through the 23rd. Getting a day early and leaving a day later.
Who are you staying with?
Machado and Nick Show, and Nick Show's brother.
That's pretty sick.
I'm stoked. Apparently, I was talking about it with John Cheetos one night, and we were looking over the like the I guess a map of the city because I had never been, but John had been before. And I showed John where we were staying. And he was like, dude, that's honestly kind of a sick location. I was like, cool. We're in the middle of everything. We're a fair distance away from all the cool stuff to do. So other than like the convention, like if we were to ever be like, hey, we want to go do this, you're like, yeah, sure. We're not that far from the Airbnb, which is cool.
It made me so mad because like last year, this time, everyone's like, no, fuck that. I'm not going to TwitchCon.
Right.
And then I feel like it was around like February of this year. Everyone's like, oh, probably going to go. And then everyone's just like, between then and now, they're like, oh, yeah, we have an Airbnb booked. Like, we're going. I'm so mad.
Probably
so whatever. I'm going.
It's probably because the World Health Organization said that COVID's over, guys. It's probably why everyone's going now.
Well, to be fair, it is endemic now. So,
yep,
guys, don't worry.
That means you can't get sick anymore.
Literally, go breathe in the air that somebody else is breathing out, and you'll be fine because there's no more COVID.
Unless you're in the Northeast.
No,
don't be breathing out that smoke.
Well, actually, it's really good for you, is what a bunch of conservatives also say.
Apparently, it's completely natural, according to Fox News.
I'm just saying.
You see that clip?
Yeah. No, you know what else? They're not wrong because it's like, oh, all of a sudden now people care about the air they're breathing in when, number one, these kids have been vaping for years. Like, come on now.
I saw one tweet. Someone was walking in New York. They said, "I just saw someone take off their N95 mask in this smoke to vape."
Yeah, I saw that tweet.
Man.
Well,
dude, how about Twitch? How about Twitch trying to control the ads on?
That's not surprising. It's not surprising in the least bit to me.
Right.
Because it's all a calculated. It feels like it. I mean, now that they've completely backtracked, which I'm sure they'll try again. But to me, it felt like it's just a part of a calculated thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it started with them getting rid of the 70-30 split for, the bigger partners or like partners that reach that.
Yeah.
So obviously the streamers have to run more ads, which sucks. I mean, whatever, I'll watch ads. But then because of that, like you're not making that much money off of ads anyways. If you're running like the maximum ad density thing, like for what, all those partners, I'm sure they're making like a decent amount of money there, but a lot of other people, take sponsorships like Manscaped. Hit us up. Come on, please.
We're here, Manscaped.
Yeah.
Just some guys with hair.
Yeah.
And a lot of places.
Listen, I would love to have a Manscaped razor glide across my body.
I'd love to see what it feels like and then recommend it to my friends.
Recommend it to the friends and listeners of this podcast.
But I'm not going to do that yet. I'm not going to do that yet.
And you know what? We can't even pay our producer. All the work that he or she or they do.
Manscaped could take care of that, honestly.
Manscaped could make our producer's life worthwhile.
Manscaped, do you want to help people's dreams come true? Hit us up, 3inchespod@gmail.com for business. And we'll see what happens.
But you know what sucks is we couldn't run that as an ad on Twitch under Twitch's new policy.
Right.
Because what is it? They wanted, so we couldn't have embedded video ads like that almost could have been. Right. And we couldn't have any banners or logos that were like huge. It would just be like a tiny little fraction. I mean, it's not like they could enforce that to begin with.
Honestly, yeah.
But
It'd be
But
really hard to track.
well, it would. So for bigger streamers or whatever, or like not
Yeah.
even big streamers, but like the mid-size, like 100
Right.
to maybe 1,000 viewer Andes, because there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
It wouldn't hurt too bad. But like the smaller streamers that are taking those ad deals with Stream Elements and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what that rule wants to go after. They don't care about individuals. They want to go after the company, like the third party companies
Uh-huh.
that are pushing that shit out. So, Stream Elements, Streamlabs, stuff like that. So that's where it would fuck over the smaller streamer. Um, but it's all things. They're gonna say, we're gonna cut your pay and we're gonna reduce your options, or make it harder for you to take third party sponsorship in an effort to also get a cut of your sponsorship, because they want all the sponsorships to go through them now.
Yeah.
So it's just a thing, they want to control, or they want their hands in every slice of the pie that you get for your income. And that's,
Mm-hmm.
instead of, because there's no way that someone at the top of Amazon isn't, trying to squeeze Twitch for all the money they can get, because it's not a profitable thing.
No, yeah, they're losing money. It is. It's not what they probably envisioned. Getting out of Twitch, because they're losing money through
No,
it.
but you could also look at it like Google and YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube is the same way. They lose money. It's not a profitable venture, but Google obviously cares a little bit more about, you know, um maybe not the monetary value, but like, like the intrinsic value of what YouTube provides to them, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And Twitch doesn't share that same like vision, so if it's not profitable, like fuck it. Fuck you. We're gonna squeeze every bit of money we can out of you, and
Mm-hmm.
who cares?
Right.
Is how I see it.
It's
Which,
definitely a weird situation, but apparently like a lot of the ambassadors, got together and like
yeah,
gotten a call with the higher ups, and we're like, hey, this is not cool at all. And obviously, a lot of them, like, they have all signed NDAs, so they can't talk about like every little thing that they talked about. But apparently, from what I've seen from ambassadors like Lil Lexi, I've seen tweets pop up on my For You page. Apparently, they're listening, and it's already better than what they originally threw out. But I mean, I'm not holding out any hopes for anything until I see what's going to be made out of those conversations between creators in that position and the higher ups of Twitch that are making these decisions.
well, and again, I tweeted this. I mean, nobody saw it, but like, I think all like content creators, like, they need to start thinking about forming a union,
It would,
because
yeah.
I mean, Twitch does what they do because they don't fear any actual backlash. And I mean,
Mm-hmm.
people can get on Twitter and they can complain, but when Twitch wants to say fuck you, I'm going to do it, they'll just do it, like they did with the pay cuts.
Right.
Um and I think it would be in the interest of every content creator who streams on Twitch or whatever, or even YouTube, to form a union, because you know not I don't think it'll ever happen, just because the nature of
Yeah.
streaming.
Yeah.
um
I was
they're
just about to say it's
pretty
going to be really hard to
it's-
unionize just like this, like, space and all these individual content creators, but I do
but
think
like,
that it would help.
that's why you know I won't say I'm rooting for things like Kick, because it's a horrible website filled with shitty
Absolutely not.
people.
Yeah.
But they are, I mean, I'm rooting for streaming sites that could offer some kind of competition to Twitch,
Right.
because if there's legitimate options to go to,
Mm-hmm.
um Twitch can't and won't.
Nope.
There won't be any more 4 a.m. posts where they say, oh yeah, we're gonna slash you to 40%. You're gonna get 40%, we're gonna get 60% of your sub split. I'm excited. I want to see YouTube do better. I think they are doing a little bit better in terms of like, I don't know, in terms of like how they pay their creators, first of all.
Yeah, I agree. YouTube,
And
YouTube, step up the UI. All right,
it's not that bad. I don't get why
mean,
people think it's not bad. I've seen worse, I think.
Have
I
you?
don't know. I'm gonna pull up
It's not bad the first page whenever you pull up a stream. That's not bad. But if you want the stream to be bigger and you still want chat, they need a theater mode. Like I know I think it's
Buddy,
7TV that has the
looking. I just opened a YouTube stream. I'm looking at the theater mode and the Twitch stream is still up. Maybe it's because I have Truffle or an extension or whatever. But like,
you mean the chat?
YouTube isn't bad. I don't know. I don't know why people are giving it so much flack.
You shouldn't need an extension to make that part of the UI better. That's what I'm saying.
Fair.
But when you have extensions, it's not that bad, because I remember when I had 7TV enabled, they had maybe it was a different extension, but they had a theater mode for YouTube to where it did the same thing that Twitch does, which is put chat on the right side and then have the stream up. It looked really nice. I was like, this is what it should be. But I mean, they'll more people, if more people move to YouTube, maybe they'll start thinking about it more. Like, hey, we probably should update this UI. But
we need our big beautiful boy Donald Trump. He's already created a social media site that compares to Twitter in every way, and in my opinion, better because it's truth. He needs to make a streaming platform.
There's not been a single lie on truth.
Can you imagine going live on Donald Trump's streaming platform? I want to see Donald. I want to see Donald Trump.
Let me see Donald Trump play a game of Fortnite. I need to see that before I leave this earth. I need to see it really bad before he leaves this earth. I need to see that. Bro, that would be so funny.
I'm building the wall. I'm building this wall. No one will get over my wall. I'm going to crank.
I'm taking the big pot of shield. Apparently it's gonna give a lot of shield, maybe even half. I'm not sure. I don't know the specific numbers, but apparently the chat is saying that I should frankly take the mini potions, but I'm a big guy. I can take the big pot first. I don't need any puny little shields. Joe Biden would probably prefer those.
Bro. Why aren't these little shields filling out the rest of my health? What is the point of having these? Speaking of Donald, poison, rubble.
He's been in the news.
So podcast listeners, audio listeners, and video listeners, watchers. Maybe some of you don't follow the news. I do. I'm a little bit of a political commentator. I make tweets sometimes.
They do.
Our boy Donald Trump, the 45, hopefully 47th also president, has been federally indicted. Which is a big fucking deal, on 37 counts.
Huge.
Ranging from most of them are actually
37 counts.
37 counts.
Wow.
31 of them fall under the Espionage Act of willful retention of NDI, which is National Defense Information. Um, and he photographed his crimes when he was moving out of the White House back in January 2021. That you could see all the photographs on Twitter of him and his many boxes uh leaving the White House.
Wow.
And he's like and he tried to post on Truth Social saying it's not a crime if you can see me do it. Look at these beautiful boxes. It's not a crime. No hiding is going on here. These are my boxes. That's what he did. So yeah, 31 counts of that, and then 7 counts, or it was, no, 6 other counts of like lying to the FBI, obstruction of justice, which is bad for him
Mhm.
because that's the bad one. So that's so bad that he even took the documents, right?
Mhm.
That happens. I would give him the benefit of the doubt because it happened to Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, and Mike Pence. They but he took the documents. He lied about having the documents. He lied about giving them back. And it's not
It's a lot of
it's not the
lying.
crime. It's not the crime, it's the cover up. Guys, you can do illegal things. Just don't lie about it. You
Just
won't
be
get in
nice and
trouble.
say you're sorry. Just admit
Yeah.
it and then say that you're sorry and it would never happen again after you do it.
Yeah, I'm
And they'll
sorry.
forgive you.
I didn't mean to hack into this crypto wallet and steal $45 billion worth of whatever. I'm sorry.
Guys, I'm sorry. I don't know how those nuclear codes got into this box. I mean, I did not intend
No, you
to
can't
keep
say
those
that. You
around with
can't
me.
say the nuclear word.
I'm sorry. Oh my god.
Um,
The nuclear word.
the nuclear. But yeah, so
He was
I
just feeling
thought
a little silly.
he was. It's just silly, goofy. Like, don't we all sometimes take things we're not supposed to have? Don't we all do that?
Don't we all steal documents that are way above our clearance? Just if you're feeling a little silly. I've done that before.
All right. Well, so now, that audio listeners, now that you might know some of the facts, I was thinking we do a little exercise, right? Because obviously we all have racist, stupid, Trump supporting, family members.
Uh-huh.
And the holidays are coming up. Mainly we have Flag Day,
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah.
festivities, and
4th of July is in less than a
4th of
month.
July is coming up. So,
America's birthday.
when you're at the cookout with your, God-fearing, flag-waving, Trump supporting,
Gun baron.
good old Americans, and they want to say something like butter emails, or what about Sleepy Joe,
Uh-huh.
or Michael Pence, they'll say, let's act it out. Like pretend you're
Okay.
pretend you're the racist, family member. You do your best Southern accent, and I'll
Okay.
teach you how to debate or debunk. Not that they'll listen, but how to
Right.
debate or
Uh-huh.
debunk your family to get them to shut up. So take it away.
Rick,
What
I'm
have you
trying
got? What questions? What you could maybe ask me, like, Joe Biden has 18 or
I was about to say, can
1,800.
I say how about you just say what I, the family member, would be thinking?
Okay. So
Listen, man, I don't want anything taken out of context.
if, for example, your family member said, well, how come Joe Biden has 1,800 boxes of stolen documents from when he was a senator all the way through his VP days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or what about Mike Pence or Hillary Clinton? Lock her up, right?
Uh-huh.
You would then say, well, yes, it's true that Joe Biden has classified documents, or had classified documents stored improperly in his garage next to his Corvette. That's
Right.
a truth.
Uh-huh.
The difference is when the National Archives approached Joe Biden and said, "Hey, can we have these documents? We think you have these documents." Joe Biden said, "Oh yeah, come take these, and in fact, look around my entire house just in case I have anything else." And the National Archives said, "Okay, thanks, great." When they did that
Uh-huh.
to our big beautiful boy Donald Trump, 45, hopefully 47, he said, "I don't have any documents, no documents here. I have none." Okay? And he lied about it.
Uh-huh.
Shocker. He lied. Trump lied, people died.
The man who
Basically.
created truth lied.
Truth Social. And so and then after lying and lying and lying, they were like, "We know you have these documents, like we need them back." Because they looked at the contents of them and saw like, "Oh shit, they're nuclear documents, there's, defense documents." And he said, "Okay, I'll give you back the documents." And he gave like almost nothing. He gave some of them back
Mm-hmm.
and gave sworn testimony, not testimony, but like sworn statements saying, "Oh yeah, these are all the documents I have. Please, don't ask me any more questions." And he kept lying and lying and lying. So eventually the National Archives went to the FBI and were like, "We need these documents back." And the
Mm-hmm.
FBI, after looking at all the evidence, got a Reagan appointed judge to sign off on a search warrant. That is the difference between Trump and Sleepy Joe. That's why he's in trouble.
Well, Sleepy
And
Joe still took the documents.
yes, he did. And if it was illegal to do that, well, okay, so the difference is Sleepy Joe didn't have any nuclear documents. I don't know, Uncle Jimbo. What's another good question they would ask? Something Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
33,000 emails. 33,000 emails she took. She deleted off her private server, right?
Her private Discord server.
With her little Discord kittens.
Had all of her little kittens get rid of the documents illegally.
Remember, just tell them she sat under a Senate committee. She had to endure a 12-hour interrogation from this Senate committee, and they didn't charge her. If Trump wanted to lock her up, he could have had the DOJ start some bullshit investigation and tried to lock her up, but he didn't. So
he had 4 years to do it.
He had 4 years. Those are the best 4 years of my life. I don't know about you.
Bro. Like, for real, 2016 to 2020 to 2021 really was such a fun time.
Where were you on
the content that we got out of that?
Where were you on January 6th? Where were you?
I don't really have an answer for that. Where were you?
I was homesick with COVID.
What was that, 2021?
Yeah.
We had COVID at the same time, so I mean, I would have been there too. Maybe it was crazy? Maybe it was right before I got COVID. Maybe because I think I got it a week after you got it.
Yeah.
So there was that one week where we were both sick.
I got my COVID diagnosis the same day as January 6th happened. So I went in the morning and I got my test done. And by the time I got no, I've never been to Washington D.C. Not once in my life ever.
Okay.
Especially not January 2021. Anyways, so I got home and I was like sick because I got raw dog COVID.
Right.
And the first thing, like when I opened up Twitter, I'll never forget, I saw like the beginning of all the tweets of that shit. And that's when I turned on the TV. It was like probably that was a wild day for me. I'll never forget.
That was a crazy day because the more updates I saw on Twitter and the news and stuff like that, the worse it got. And it didn't really register for me in the moment that this is a major historical pinpoint that we are witnessing. And it did not click for me until later. Like that, I just lived through history. I watched this happen.
Well, you were
like,
alive
this is
for
crazy,
9/11, right?
I don't remember it. I was literally in daycare when the towers fell, brother.
Man, 9/11. What a day, huh? What a day.
Hard to forget it.
Hard to forget.
You know what else is hard to forget? TOS, if you actually read them.
Boobs.
That too. Bro, did you see, so on Twitter yesterday or a couple days ago, this, and I'll show it on the screen, this specific screenshot of Twitch's
fuck that transition. Oh my god.
Audio
listeners, we're Twitch streamifying this podcast.
They've seen it on YouTube before, but this because I put it in post editing. Anyway,
oh okay. Well,
this
fuck me.
This specific screenshot has been going around Twitter for the last couple days, and it's mainly, you can see the red outlined portion at the bottom of the image. This is a screenshot from Twitch's terms of service in terms of sponsorships and what type of products you can take paid sponsorships for and put them on your Twitch stream. And so you have things like weapons, like firearms, explosives, and related products like that. Adult-oriented products or services, such as porn or, you know, sexual contact, content, not contact. You definitely can't have sexual contact on stream.
Well, you can on Kick.
Oh, I forgot about that. Tobacco or tobacco-related products. And then, you know, medical facilities and products like prescription drugs. And then political content. You can't take paid sponsorships to endorse, you know, political people during campaign season.
Are you saying I'm gonna have to disclose my Soros bucks?
I'm afraid so. And when it comes to Twitch's terms of service, I'm afraid so. You'll have to take that to Kick, man.
Dude, that's how I bought this house. My Soros bucks.
Hey, man, just switch to Kick and all your worries will disappear.
Well, actually, dude, I could probably just get like a skin bundle in Call of Duty now. They have a couple open slots.
Honestly, yeah, you could. I think they might. They'll for sure keep doing that, right? After what's happened.
I think, yeah. I think, you know, like 100 Thieves Valkyrie could probably hook us up with like a Call of Duty sponsorship.
I think so for sure. I'll have to hit her up and see what she can do. She has people for sure.
Actually, speaking of weapons, dude, do you remember that streamer that shot a gun accidentally live on stream?
I do. I remember that.
He was like a pro, like an actual pro gamer, right?
Yeah.
Streamer shot gun on stream. I just want to remember what his name was.
There might be a couple different articles that come up for that.
Oh yeah.
I remember there was. I actually won't talk about it, but
okay, yeah, actually.
now that you type in those specific words in a search,
how to build a bomb. Oh, streamer shoots G Fuel is the better
streamer shoots G Fuel.
Soar Carl is the guy that shot his handgun and it shot his little tub of G Fuel next to him.
Oh, yep.
Man, what a day.
There was a clip of it. I think he got banned.
He got banned. He got kicked off his team too.
Well, not his team.
Yeah, Soar.
Anyway, this specific image has been circulating around Twitter, getting a lot of traction because people are taking it out of context. Because obviously you see the big Twitch logo, and then at the bottom of that it says Additionally, we do not allow the following products and services. So you read that wording and you automatically think, oh, we can't have this on stream at all. But this is actually their terms of service in terms of, what you can take paid sponsorships for.
Yeah.
But people just took it and ran with it, saying that you can't smoke weed or vape on stream anymore. And
I always thought they did have an issue with people smoking on stream, though.
Dude, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like I've seen people smoke and vape and all that stuff on stream all the time.
And I know. So I think.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, because I know that they don't like people drinking alcohol to excess on the site. So I would assume getting just absolutely baked out of your mind is a big no-no too.
Yeah, they don't like that. They especially don't like it's literally against TOS to consume alcohol or cannabis products for money, like bits or gifted subs. Like that is strictly against TOS. So someone can't be like, I'll take a shot if someone gifts 5 or something. That is word for word against terms of service on Twitch, and that is a big no-no.
I feel like I've done that before, though.
Well,
allegedly.
We'll cut that part. No, we'll cut that part out.
Keep it in.
No, yeah, I was just gonna act like I was gonna keep it up.
A producer, keep that in. Don't mute me.
Producer, you got that? Okay, cool. He's got it. They've got it. It's got it.
It's Emma.
But yeah, all people are just pitching a fit, saying, "Oh, Twitch sucks. I'm gonna go to Kick because apparently Twitch, hates their streamers. They're so worked up that they can't have their little vape stick and suck on it from time to time. Like they're so up in arms about how they can't get high on stream when it's literally not that. You just can't take paid sponsorships to promote. I can't take a paid sponsorship from Walgreens and say, guys, if we get 10 people prescribed to Vyvanse for their ADHD, we can gift away this Nintendo Switch OLED. We're halfway there, guys.
To be honest, though, I feel like that would be a great sponsorship.
It would be. It would be an amazing sponsorship.
That would be the most amazing sponsorship in our little corner. Because you just subtly tell people, you need this, please.
You need ADHD medication. And you know where you can get the best? Go on down to Walgreens. You don't need a prescription.
Wait, can you actually go to Walgreens to get...
Not Vyvanse, no. Not stuff like that. I was just throwing it out there, man. But you can't... Unfortunately, you can't do paid sponsorship streams with prescription drugs.
I feel like I've seen people do alcohol sponsorships, though, have we not?
Well, it's not really on this list. I mean, you've got tobacco related products, you have medical facilities and products. It doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't really say anything about alcohol.
Well, tobacco makes sense.
Because there's definitely been I've seen Tim do a Bud Light stream, obviously. Chris had a
Bud Light, that's gay.
Chris had a was it Guinness? No, it was the Kraken. A Kraken stream one time. So you can have a paid sponsorships with beers and alcohol brands and stuff like that. But the line is drawn at weed, brother. The devil's lettuce.
And tobacco.
And cigarettes.
Tobacco really lost out in the mid 2000s. They were on top of the world until
really fell off.
Until 2003. Because Winston, the Winston company, was the title sponsor for NASCAR for 30 years.
Man.
And because Congress was like, oh, hey, smoking's bad. They said tobacco is not allowed, like tobacco companies are not allowed to have sponsorship like that anymore. So a lot of NASCAR teams had tobacco sponsorships. They lost them all. It's a shame. It's a
Man,
shame you can't have the freedom to smoke tobacco in this country anymore.
you can't smoke anything anymore. And it's first they do that, and then they take away the mango pod jewel flavor, and then it all historically we went down as a country from that point on. It's just been downhill from there, and I don't think it's a
9/11
coincidence.
really messed with us.
Not it traces back to 9/11, and you know what that traces back to?
What?
Oh, I was asking you. I didn't know. I thought it traced back to something else. I thought it was going to be one of those. Okay, cool.
We say a lot. I'm looking at this list though, and I'm seeing adult-oriented products or service such as porn or sexual content.
Mm-hmm.
So like, that means like Fansly and stuff now.
You can't take paid sponsorships from. So if OnlyFans was to reach out and say, "Hey, can you do a sponsored stream for our site?"
Yeah,
No can do, brother. I'll get banned.
and would that I guess that like because
You can promote your stuff if you have that, like a Fansly or
no,
OnlyFans.
that's no,
You
no, no. What I'm
cannot
saying
take a
is,
paid sponsorship from those sites directly, though.
because like Streamer Awards this past year was sponsored by Fansly. That was one of the sponsors, and so that means like
Mm.
they can't take a sponsorship like that anymore. Not I don't think
It looks
I don't
like
think
it.
the Cutie Cinderella is going to anymore because people don't like Fansly sponsorships apparently. But
Twitch
yeah.
doesn't apparently. So, but male enhancement products, no Viagra
I mean,
sponsorships, guys.
not like I need that anyways. You know what I mean? Like,
So, who needs them, really?
you know what I'm
If
saying? Like,
you can't get it up, are you really a man? Oh,
well,
I'd take
dude,
a sip if I wasn't empty.
it makes me so mad you don't like this.
What is this to our audio listeners?
Audio listeners, I'm specifically talking about Dr. Pepper, established 1885, strawberries and cream flavor.
I hate it, dude.
Why?
Cause it sucks.
No, it doesn't suck. It's fucking delicious.
Cream soda's better, but you don't like it.
I mean, I like cream soda.
Better. Well, yeah,
cream
soda. Who doesn't like cream soda? But Dr. Pepper cream soda
Communists
better.
don't like cream soda. Are you a communist?
No, I'm a socialist.
Not in this country.
Take me away.
Oh, God.
Guys, that was the last episode of the podcast because I'm about to be arrested for treason.
I have been arrested before.
We got about 5 minutes left. Do you want to end the pod with a story about that? Or is that too personal?
No, it's fucking hilarious. Have you heard this story?
I have.
Okay, so
go ahead and tell it to me like I haven't before.
All right, so the year is 2015. I'm a wee lad in college.
I was a junior
just
that
went
year.
through. Yeah. No, that's. Oh my God, you and my brother are the same age.
How old's your brother?
He just turned 25.
Yo, so did I a month ago.
So anyways, I was in college. I just got out of a relationship and I was entering my fuckboy dumbass era.
Mm-hmm.
And I moved into a house with a bunch of degenerates, and by degenerates I mean like
liberals.
No, it was bad. We had many guns in the house.
Sheesh.
There's one day I walked in, and as a prank, all of my other roommates were at the top of our staircase, and they all had their guns. And I walked through the door, and they all pointed their guns right at me. And it was like some big goof. I mean, it was fucking hilarious,
Uh-huh.
then, and it's still kind of funny now. Or like we bought really high pressure airsoft guns, and we had an airsoft war in the house, and we all our roommate came home one day and he parked his car, and as he was getting out, we all popped up from like different windows that were pointed out back, and we just started unloading on him with these high pressure airsoft BBs, and we actually put we put a little crack in his windshield.
Oh no.
We shot it. But anyways, one night we're all drinking at home, and we decide we're gonna go to the college campus and just like steal a bunch of shit. So we drive over in my friend's work van. Looked like a really creepy van,
Mm-hmm.
and we were just driving around campus. I think we ended up stealing like a stop sign. Like we tore it out of the ground and stole the whole stop sign. Um, we stole some little bench from a frat, and on campus, like in Rochester, New York, they did this thing where like they'll have like a local artist paint like a horse statue. It's like a fiberglass horse statue.
Uh-huh.
And RIT had one on their campus. And someone in the van was like, we should go steal the horse. And we all thought it was so fucking funny. And like it's a big, it's a pretty big horse, right?
Right. Right.
Um, and so we drive to where the horse was, and we get out of the van, and I didn't see my roommate actually take out his Sawzall, but we ran over to the horse, and we're just kind of looking at it, and I turned away. I don't know. I don't remember why. I turned away, and all of a sudden, I hear the Sawzall start going, and I turn back, and my roommate is about halfway through the horse's neck, cutting it off, and I freaked out. I didn't make like a big commotion because it was like 3 in the morning when we did this.
Right.
And so he cuts the horse's head off, and we all run back to his van, and we get back to our house, and we mount the horse head like a deer head, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the end of that. And then we go off to spring break, and the day that I'm coming back from spring break, I got a text from my roommate, and he said, "Hey, when are you going to be home?" And I thought he was like super excited, he missed me over spring break. And I tell him I'm going to be home in like an hour, and I get home, and everyone's at the house, and they all look like something bad just happened, and they said, "Oh yeah, we got caught. The Rochester police came and they took the horse head. Um, and I think it was like 2 days later we actually got arraigned, like Donald Trump is about to do on Tuesday. So I willfully turned myself in. We only got
Wow.
caught because my dumbass roommate kept his cell phone on him, and he like connected to several points of Wi-Fi on campus,
Oh my
and
gosh.
they were able to use security footage and time it up with his cell phone connecting to those.
Wow.
So that's how we got caught. And the lead detective said that was when he saw the horse head, he said that was like one of the funniest things he's ever seen in his life. He helped us out a lot, like ACAB, but like that guy was fucking cool because he knew we were just a bunch of dumbass 20-year-olds.
Right.
Um, yeah, long story short, I was almost a felon in New York. Like they charged us with 2 felonies because the statue was worth like $50,000, and we stole it. So they were like,
Right.
well, it's $50,000, so they were gonna get us on a grand larceny and then felony criminal mischief
Wow.
because of just how much the horse head cost. And then I got suspended for college for a year, and I think it was like December. So this all happened in March. It was December that our court case was finally settled, and my lawyer was able to get it down to like like basically on the same level of a traffic ticket. So I paid like $1,000 fine, and
Dang.
yeah, I almost became a felon in New York
Hey, man.
because I was a dumbass kid. That's my story. Thank you.
Great story. Great
Yeah, thanks.
storytelling.
Great way
Shout
to end the
out-
podcast.
Shout out to the detective.
His nickname in the force was Scooby, for like Scooby Doo.
Was he hungry
I
all the
don't know.
time?
He was, huh?
Was he hungry all the time? Did he eat
He was.
a lot?
Yeah, no. Yeah, he also had a friend that like definitely looked like he was high. They just
Right.
like I don't know, but he was super cool about it,
That makes sense.
which was really funny.
Yo,
'Cause he knew.
I got a joke to end the show on real quick.
Okay.
The police and the detective when they walked into y'all's house.
Peter,
Uh,
the horse is here.
Thanks, man. All right,
I
guys.
think that's time.
That's
that-
time. That's
Yeah,
time. Thank you guys for listening.
We gotta wrap up.
Yeah, the producer's all in my ear that we gotta go. They've got somewhere to be apparently. Thanks guys for listening. Follow the Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at 3 Inches
TikTok.
Pod.
Yeah,
Follow on
please, guys.
Spotify. Leave a review on Spotify, please. It would help
Please.
a lot. Please, it would help a lot, guys.
Next week. Guys, just please
Go
pray
ahead.
for Emma. Also, that's why she wasn't on the podcast. She had a horrible self-suck incident. So please send your thoughts and prayers to our Twitter.
And feel free to Cash App or Venmo any of us in this trying time for Emma.
Yeah, so we can help her recover.
So we
from
can help her recover. Right.
devastating
Because we're a
self-suck
team.
incident.
We're a team here at 3 Inches Pod. But thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.